How's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. This one goes out to old Tom Smith. Yeah, Tom Smith, the guy with the janitor from Cracks. Cracked as his avatar. So talking about, he loves oddball comics, independent comics, non-mainstream comics. Well, you can't get a little bit more oddball, non-mainstream, and forgotten than Hepcats. All right, everybody out there watching this, how many out there remember Hepcats? That's what I thought. This was an anthropomorphic series from Martin Wagner, early 90s, if I remember right. I'll open it up and look in a minute. I got 2 issues here. This is one of those where I heard about it in Wizard. Never saw issues anywhere, never picked up, and I always wanted to read it. And then I remember that, my understanding, the storyline, this Snowblind, which is like the first chapter. Yeah, probably the first chapter in it. Never got finished. Martin Wagner's never finished his series. I don't know why. He was self-publishing for a long while. I don't know what happened, but it's a black and white anthropomorphic. It's kind of like these guys, kids in college almost to an extent. Is that? Okay, that looks like one of the Magic Eye things. I don't see anything. This is, it's Double Diamond Press from Austin, Texas. This is issue 3. Second printing, May 92. Novel in 18 chapters. Created, illustrated, and published by Martin Wagner. Printed in Port Washington, Wisconsin. Circulation this issue, 3,400 copies. God, it was the late 80s when this started then. And you can get it through all kinds, there are a bunch of different companies coded. Every 6 weeks, which it never really came out on time. And it's kind of like a slice of life, all the, like I said. It's one of the few anthropomorphic series I really enjoyed. I've read these 2 issues, and I've read a few others, and I'd love to see, even though I know it's not finished, I would love to see a trade of everything here. I don't think there's ever been a trade. Really good artwork, really good detailed black and white. I think that's part of the reason why it never came out on time, because it took him longer than the 6 weeks to draw an issue, plus many issues. My understanding is this book was never a huge seller. 3,400 copies, that ain't shit. I don't think Diamond would even carry this now. 3,400, that's a tiny, tiny print run. And of course, then that could have been for the first printing, and the second printing might have had a higher print run. And we get a nice letters page here, which are usually quite a few pages of letters. I like this. This is from Dave Sim. Dear Martin, congratulations on your first issue of Hepcats. Hope that I was not an inspiration for your portrait of an artist as a young asshole back cover. That is probably wishful thinking. Your progress between the beginning and the issue is impressive. You should feel very proud. Don't look down. Don't look back. With admiration, Dave Sim. Yeah, 89. God. Subcats, 12 issue subscriptions for $27. And I don't know if you subscribed at the very beginning, you might have got 12 issues, because the only other issue I got, I like this. The Miracle of Wide Angle Lenses. Look like a 12-year-old no matter how expensive your clothes are. Super duper exciting wedding pics issue. This is issue 10, another part of the Snowblind. And he gives numbers that these companies order. Moondogs was huge back then. They were ordering 50 copies. These were not, I said there were not huge print runs on these at all. Chapter 8 of Snowblind. I don't know how many issues past this lasted. And it is a mature reader's book, but it's not like Omaha Cat Dance or Genus or any of those. Omaha was decent. Genus I could never get into. Those anthropomorphic books, the ones that they had to keep behind the counter and check ID. This was more along the lines of... Actually, I could see this being published by DC under the Vertigo imprint if it was Humans. The anthropomorphic thing, they'd probably be like, but Humans, they would have published it. Just such good art on this, and that's part of my thing. I want to spotlight books that I never So he talked about, and I'd forgotten about Hepcats. I'll be honest, I'd forgot all about Hepcats until about 8 years ago. I was at a con, and this guy was unloaded. He had a short box full of Wizard and Heroes Illustrated, and was like, I just want to get rid of them. And a couple old Capital City Advance catalogs. I was like, what do you want for me? He's like, what are you willing to pay? I looked there, I was like, I'll give you $10. Okay, cool. And that's where I was like, oh, Hepcats. I forgot. I looked it up and was like, found out you never got finished. And I'm thinking it's more financial issues. And look, we got here Cherry Pop Tart. I don't know who this character is. And Gunther, the rhino. Lots of letters. And then we get Greener Pastures, The Fable of Trevor Bovis, which is, it looks like a little comic strip. Oh, Mail Order Mania, the collegiate Hepcats. Yeah, he did Hepcats for a short while from the Daily Texan, which was like, his college's thing. Back cover, and then, of course, signings galore, which, if I'm out in that area time, I would have went to one of these, but I wasn't out there. Stam Subscum. Actual quotes from the geezer everyone thinks invented comics. Now, it's going to be a bad taste of Stanley. He just died as of the recording of this, but I'm going to read him anyway. You mean sexy, don't you? 1991 TV interview when asked if skimpy women's costumes were sexist. Wow. I like this. I'd like to deny rumors that the riots in LA were caused by Marvel fans who weren't able to get their books. Also, there's no truth to the rumor that the riots were stopped when Terry Stewart sent in the X-Men. Capital City Sales Conference, Spider-Man 30th Anniversary Banquet, May 4th, 1992. Spider-Man Banquet Scorecard. Number of times Steve Ditko is mentioned, number of times Jack Kirby is mentioned, 0. Steve Ditko. Well, I'll defend Stan on that one because what did Kirby really have to do with Spider-Man besides with that cover? Yeah, Hepcats. I said, how many of y'all out there remember Hepcats? I don't know if Lord Fanboy watches it or not. He'll be like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember Hepcats. But that's it for this time. Remember, if you enjoyed, ba-boom, thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.